Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahilladzi hadana li hada wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadana Allah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammad abduhu wa rasuluh. So thank you so much to all professors, doctors, brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, with the blessed and grace from Allah, we have the session today, and I'm so excited, as well as I'm so looking forward to this session, because I will learn from one of our colleagues, which is Dr. Aslam from Kuliah of Economics. And today, we really want to see how the different kind of utilizations of iTa'LeEM, because we have our in-house learning management system, and thank you to ITD, as well as particularly to the CIO, which is Prof. Norbik, which is with us today. Thank you so much, Jazakumullah khair, Prof, and the team, for making sure that iTa'LeEM is well supported by ITD, and then we have the platforms where we can conduct the teaching and learning online, alhamdulillah. To add the barakah to our sessions, let's start with Al-Fatihah. Amin ya rabbal alamin. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mira, and currently I'm the Director of Center for Professional Development. On behalf of CPD and our team, we would like to thank Dr. Aslam for your willingness and your support in allowing us to take some of your time, your busy schedule, to actually share your experience in using iTa'LeEM with us. So thank you so much, Jazakumullah khair, Dr. Aslam. And on the same time, we would also like to thank everyone. We really hope that the experience that Dr. Aslam will share with us today will increase our productivity, as well as to optimize the learning experience by the students, so that we can deliver the content in a such effective manner, inshallah. Okay, so to not spend more time and taking time from Dr. Aslam's sessions, I would like to pass the session to Dr. Aslam. Dr. Aslam, the session is yours. Thank you.
You're welcome, Prof. Mira. Jazakumullah khair. Right. Am I the co-host, Prof. Mira?
Oh, yes.
All right. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. All praise to Allah, salutation and peace be upon Rasulullah and all of us, ibadallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu, and a very good morning. Is it my voice?
Waalaikumsalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right, jazakumullah khair. Is it my voice is clear, Prof. Mira?
Yes, very clear, alhamdulillah.
All right.
Very clear, alhamdulillah.
Okay, let me just start with thanking, first of all, my sincere thanks to CPD, of course, Professor Mira, for having me here. Number two, of course, the audience, mashallah, the participants, the number is keep on increasing. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending this session with me. I hope we both learn from each other. That's what my idea. And let me start with a disclaimer. That's very important because I'm doing this in front of my shifu. So that is something, I remember for so many years, I've been disturbing Prof. Mira, asking so many questions, especially I hope she remember the BTMC even before that. Subhanallah. So this is look like, there is a session in BTMC. They will ask you to teach in front of your mentor, and then the mentor is supposed to grade how you are teaching. I think today that's what happening to me. Okay, by the way, but there is an advantage of this. The advantage is, of course, if I don't know something, definitely there is someone that I can ask. MashaAllah, that's really kind of you, Professor Mira, for moderating this session. I was very happy when I came to know this. All right. So let me just start with our session. I have already started just to give you some idea. The agenda today, yeah. What we are going to do, first of all, I'm just going to, I don't want to bore you with a bunch of, slides. That's not actually, I know that this is not like a lecture or something. Most probably this is a training, which means it's like a one-to-one, it's like face-to-face, but we are not actually doing it face-to-face, but it is like a one-to-one online learning and teaching, which means that we need to involve in this. And this is a technical matter. It's not like a theoretical perspective. Yeah, it's a practical aspect, which means I want you to stay with me and also do certain things so that we can do this successfully, inshallah. Yeah. So the second thing is after I finish a few slides, currently I only have 12 slides, nothing much, just to give you some sort of introduction, briefing about this iTa'LeEM. Then we are getting into a common platform, which Professor Mira already created for us. I'm going to ask you to enroll in that platform. It is actually iTa'LeEM, of course. You can enroll. I will ask you to enroll, and then from there you and me, we both can do something, and we can learn something, and we can create group. We can submit your assignments. So today I'm going to be just for 2 hours going to be your instructor. Later you can become my instructor. Yeah. All right. So let us start with our initial agenda, which is a few slides, yeah, nothing much. So this is iTa'LeEM, and the most important part that which I like to do, which is managing activities. Is it the first time we do? No. We have done what I mean by that. CPD has done so many iTa'LeEM training in the past. If you start looking into their website, the resource page, you will see so many Professor Mira talking about iTa'LeEM, e-learning in so many places, not only in CPD. But the most important key word, what I think is managing activities. I just want to stick with that. Why I say that? Basically, I'm not a technical guy. I don't have any, Prof. Mira already know me, my background. I don't have a degree in ICT or engineering. The only relevance that I have with technology that you can say that I'm from India. Yeah, that's the only thing. But what I'm trying to tell here, I just want to look at it from the layman perspective, just as brief as possible, which means what I supposed to do, because there are many questions comes when we learn iTa'LeEM. There are so many options, so many conditions, and so many things to do here and there, so many settings, preferences. Everything is easy to learn in one session. It is also easy to forget in the next session. The moment we learn, the fast you learn, the fast you forget. That is what actually these settings are. So what I try to do here today is actually, how do you manage your activity? How do we do that? There are so many versions, so many varieties that we can do, so many methods that we can follow. But I just want to give you what method I follow. It's like there's a bunch of there's a big huge learning process in iTa'LeEM, but again, I just picked those things that relevant to me, and then I hope that is also relevant to you. That's because that will fulfill the purpose, fulfill the nature of the purpose. Yeah. So with that note, I just want to highlight the word managing activities. Yeah. So how do we do that for social science domain? I hope we are all here from social sciences. Alhamdulillah, there was iTa'LeEM session for social domain. I also learned a lot from that. I'm also sharing some slides from that. So that is the key point here, yeah, managing activities. So moving on, talking about the first basic thing that you need to know when it comes to e-learning. This is what we know, that outcome-based education. So I think most of you here are coming from education, so I don't have to tell you this. This is OBE, is an educational model in which there is a curriculum and there is a delivery and then there is an assessment. These three things are developed and structured and implemented to facilitate key students' learning outcome. So from these three, which is curriculum, delivery, assessment, how students are learning and how do you do that into learning outcome? That's what actually the outcome-based education. And this is what we do in iTa'LeEM. And in iTa'LeEM, definitely it is, as you know, that I think most of us, we already know, it is basically from the model, yeah, modular object-oriented dynamic learning environment. So our version of model is actually iTa'LeEM, and we're supposed to be quite very grateful, because when I started learning from model, I started thanking it. Do you know why? Because when I start using iTa'LeEM, I don't have to start adding my courses. Because the moment when I saw so many videos that they are teaching model in the West, they teach you how do you add course, how do you add yourself to model. And luckily we have ITD and CPD, they have already added our courses, they have added our students. It is already there. It is completely when the moment you went in, it's already there. So you don't have to worry about this course adding. But later, yes, there are things that you need to do. Okay, you have course, you have students. Now, what are you exactly trying to do with that? So you have to bring your course content and you'll deal with your student. So now iTa'LeEM is the university e-learning platform that can enhance with a wide range of standard and innovative features. Assessment in iTa'LeEM can take different shapes, but the main activities used for assessments are assignments and quizzes. So this, at the moment you get in, you want to know everything. I tell you, one is 100% using iTa'LeEM. I think Prof. Mira will agree with me. Yeah, because there's a lot. The moment you come to know how to do that, I think you will devote all your working hours for that. But unfortunately, I mean, we can't do that because we also have other things to do. But there are so many things that you can do. What I would say that if you can achieve 50% of those the setting, I think it should be fine, should be okay with what you want to do, what we call outcome-based education. So this is what we have, IUM blended learning rubric. As you see that there is a 5% of the information, then you should have a 40% of the content, starting from your PowerPoint, Adobe, audio, video, label, words, and all those books that you want to share with your student. Then you have activities that make students to go through the content, because it is not good enough. You have the content and you want them to read. No, it is not that you want them to read, it is you make them to read. So you have to make it in a way that you provide activities so that they go through the content, so that you make them read. So you start with synchronous like video conferencing, or you go with asynchronous like, forum, survey, lessons, glossary, feedback and discussions and questions. Then you have the assessment. Most probably we use these quizzes and assessments, assignments like a term paper or project paper or lab report. These are the things. So this is what we call IUM blended learning. I just want to give you few heads up. According to e-learning policy, yeah, this is I don't know whether everyone come to know this, because of course if you go to CPD you will find this PDF called e-learning policy. it mentioned at 4.0.1, e-learning in IIUM is a compulsory instructional method used by instructors to enhance the quality and effectiveness of teaching and learning. So which means e-learning is not just option. E-learning is a compulsory stuff, which means you have to use it, you need to learn it, and you need to teach in that way. In fact, if in case you do not want to, if you do not want to use iTa'LeEM, I just surprised to see this because we have a form that actually you should be filling the form. I hope Prof. Mira know that. If I'm not using iTa'LeEM, I should be filling that form and tell why I don't want to use iTa'LeEM. I didn't know that, Prof. Mira. Sorry, I have to fill that form if I'm not using it. Yeah. So it is something that, we need to understand. There is a potential for using this. Yeah, there are some flaws here and there. I agree with you. Sometimes you don't like stuff that you see in iTa'LeEM. Sometimes you see the server is down, this and that. I agree with you. But don't you think it always happened to our own house and our own family, our own country? I mean, this is what we call tolerance, yeah, because it is ours. Whatever it is, I'm not actually against of Google Classroom or Microsoft Team or so many other platforms. I'm not against of it. I'm also using it. But when I use iTa'LeEM, I feel like it is mine. It is ours. It is our baby. We have some flaws in our babies, but we can together, we can make it right as a parents. So we are the parents for these babies. So that's how I see, because we have this archive and we can keep our materials and we can use it for the next semester. And then it is all confidential. You don't have to let somebody know, somebody take it. Yeah. So that's the potential that the university would like to promote this iTa'LeEM. Okay, so there are so many things to know about iTa'LeEM. I just want to give you a few things first, and then later I will talk about the managing activities. Yeah. So this is a Malaysian qualification framework. As you see that there is a class learning outcome. You have this method of delivery, component and method of assessment, and also assessment tasks with related rubrics. So this is how you do the learning outcome, delivery, process, and assessment. Yeah. And then you have this constructive alignment. So which is actually, let me just play this. All right. So as you see that there is activities, as you see under the constructive, students construct learning from activities. They should construct the learning from assessment as well. And then alignment. So this is through the delivery methods and assessments are set up to achieve the intended outcome. Yeah. So we learned this a lot about it when we did our BTMC, and some of us may learn again. So this is the teaching materials and activities, because iTa'LeEM here, it is your LMS, which means a learning management system. So you have this delivery process from you to your student, and then you provide a lot of teaching materials, and you provide a lot of activities with that teaching materials, and then you make them assessment. You can make this formative assessment and also summative assessments. Yeah. So through that, you learn. And these are the overall activities and resources that you will see. I hope you will be familiar with these logos. Yeah. So you have some logos for activities, some logos for resources. As you see here, assignment, attendance, book, chat. We will come back to this all later. Yeah. And these are the same thing, activities and resources in iTa'LeEM, as you see that. Yeah. Okay. So these are the main features that you see. The one in box, assignment, attendance, lesson, quizzes, and the book. Okay. So now I have something to ask you before I move to my next slide, because my next slide is going to tell you how do we manage activities and in what way we want to do that. I hope you heard from me almost 20 minutes or 15 minutes. I just want to try something with you, yeah, which means we have to be interactive as much as possible, inshallah. Prof. Mira, I would like to ask you, would it be possible if I use a whiteboard here?
Yes, yes, sure, sure.
Okay, I have created a whiteboard. I am just trying to share this. Okay, I might have some issues in sharing, but I will see. But I don't see the whiteboard option here, Prof. Mira.
Oh, okay.
It is there in my account, but not here.
Okay. Oh, you have to stop the share screen first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm stopping now. And there's a whiteboard. Okay, I can see the whiteboard, Prof. Mira, but the question here is, I have created one, but I don't see that. How do I find the one I created before?
Okay. Because we have to set you as a host if you want to have a look on your.
If possible, otherwise I can ask question directly.
Okay, maybe in the meantime, I can read one of the questions that
Yes, please.
Dr. Aizat asked. Okay, so in here, Dr. Aslam, can iTa'LeEM cater to POPBL driven course? For example, an entire semester teaching and learning is designed around social entrepreneurship project. Do iTa'LeEM has the tools for such intensive project oriented course? Based on your experience, Dr. Aslam, perhaps you have.
I will return to you, Prof. Mira, this question. Yeah. So the project entrepreneurship we do with our students, which means that we need to create a new course for this. So maybe perhaps I need to know how do we do that. Perhaps the CPD can help us.
Sure, yeah. Maybe later on, once we have the discussion sessions, we can actually see the kind of activities that perhaps Dr. Aizat would like to implement, and I can help to advise what would be the best approach, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Mira, I don't think I can do that. Perhaps I don't want to waste our time. Because I was told that it is possible. This is a new whiteboard, not the old whiteboard. There's a new version, right? That new version allows you to create a template. I mean, you can prepare, for example, yeah. Let me just share my screen, then you will see. Yeah, like this one. Yeah, I prepared this already. Do you see my screen, Prof. Mira? Yeah, I prepared these questions, and I was told that our participants, they can interact here directly. They can answer these questions. Anyway, it's not an issue. What we can do, we always go for plan B if the plan A doesn't work. Can I ask, maybe you can answer these questions in your chat box. From there, we can get something. The first question to everyone, yeah. What are the items you should carry before you enter the classroom? Can I see some answers, please? The chat box is yours. Just provide a short answer, yeah? Okay, good. I'm getting the answer. Yes, please go ahead. Whatever you think, please write it down. Yeah. Good. Course outline, assessment plan, rubrics, teaching plan. Materials, good. So physically, do you need to carry something before you enter your classroom? Laptop, okay, good, good. Just some simple questions, yeah. So don't get me wrong. Yeah, materials include all these stuff. Yeah, good. Attendance sheet, yeah, thank you. Someone mentioned. Very good. Yeah, good. Attendance sheet, yes, just a marker and piece of paper. Yes. I like that answer. Attendance sheet. Yeah, we always carry that, right? Slides. Yes, good. Pen drive. I like it. Pen drive. Never forget your pen drive. Yes, markers, desktop in this class. Yeah. Laptop. Mashallah. Good. Very good. Video you are recorded from the from the COVID era. Good. Very nice. Mashallah. Good. Lot of answers. Thank you so much for the answers. Yeah, just keep that. So the most important answers that what I can understand from you, you said about books, attendance sheet, pen drive, yeah, your course outline, your course method, course plan, and so forth, including your marker and piece of paper. Yeah, good. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Now let me ask you the second question. Yeah. What are the things that you do before you start lecturing your students in the classroom? I'm so sorry. It has to be more fun because it has to be collaborative. You will be answering your question, your answers. You will be answering the questions here, but somehow we are using our plan B. Okay, you can answer this question now. What are the things that you do before you start lecturing your students in the classroom? Good. Warm-up session is crucial to prepare them. Good. I really want to know, how do you do that? Dr. Mohamed. Mashallah. Maybe someday, inshallah, I will learn from you. Ta'aruf. Very good, Dr. Kabiye. Ta'aruf, ask my students. Any social thing going on? Okay, good. Asking their feelings, greeting, drawing their attention, introduction to the topic. Yes, introduction to the topic. I like it. Review of previous class. Very good. Very good answer, Dr. Mohsin. Yes. Good. What else you do physically? I'm asking you, physically, what you do before you start your class? You enter your class already and you see them there. Physically, what you do? You remember you mentioned earlier you will bring your pen drive. You bring your attendance sheet, remember? Yes, you will start taking attendance. Yes, good. Preparing the course plan in the material. Give salam. Good. Okay, I agree with you. The moment you went inside, you say salam. Yes, set the laptop on flash drive. Very good. Good. You ask the familiarity and what they know, if they know about. Okay, so physically what you do here is you have to make sure the screen shows them your slide. Am I right? Oh, that's a very good answer, Arbaya, Dr. Arbaya. Yes, I tell you. So which means, you will be showing your slide. You need to make sure, sometimes, it takes time. You keep on putting your slide, pen drive. Sometimes it will detect You know, have you seen that time it is not deducting what you say? Alama, what happened? What is this? So you will be you feel you feel ashamed in front of students when it doesn't work, isn't it? Especially the computer, the flash, the pen drive, and then the attendance. What if you forget one day you brought your attendance? I remember one of my colleague here, he or she finished his class, and then the lecturer came to room. Suddenly 50 students followed her. I was like, what happened? I asked, what happened? Why 50 students following you after you finish class? And then the lecturer said, because I forgot the attendance today. So I forgot to bring the attendance today. So all of them, they came to the lecturer's room and they started signing. Look, 50 people in one room coming and signing the attendance sheet. Okay, good. Thank you very much. That's a very good question. The last question, yeah, the last one. This is last. There is two more, sorry. Okay, how do you disseminate the information of your next class and course assessments to your students in the classroom? How do you disseminate? How do you pass this information of your next class and course assessments to your students? Because this is something good, because, you know, before we finish our class, definitely we want to make sure our students, you know, we need to tell them, right? So I'm asking you, how do you tell them? How do you keep that information? And you want to tell them, okay, next class, okay, go through chapter this number, yeah. So make sure that group, this group, do this, and then the other group, make sure you follow. So you see, via WhatsApp group, very good. So you inform them through the WhatsApp group, okay. You through the announcement, yeah, good, very good. How do you do that? Usually, do you spend like 5-10 minutes in the classroom physically? Do you tell them like, okay, make sure this is the textbook, you go to the next chapter, or these are the articles, go to these articles and do the review. Yeah, before you leaving the classroom, you always stop and tell something, right? Especially if it is the second last class. Let's say you are teaching Tuesday and Thursday, then this is the Thursday class and you want them to prepare for the next Tuesday class. So you will be telling them something, right? Yeah, that was my question. How do you pass the information of your next class and course assessments to your students in the classroom? Yeah. Do you have any monitor system? Do you follow? Do you have monitors in your classroom? You tell your monitor, you tell the coordinator or the facilitator of the classroom, and you tell that, okay, this is you pass this message in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, do you do that? Some of us still do that, right? Yeah. Student representative, thank you. Yes, we do have student representative, and time to time you contact the student representative and to yes, some universities have certain programs allowing constant communication with students. Yes, correct. Right. Communication, exactly the point here. So how do we communicate with our students? Nowadays, it's not an issue because we have so many communication platforms. Yeah. Okay. I think let me go to the last, I think that, yes, last question. Exactly. How do you record the carry mark assessment, the carry mark, and also your final grades and upload them into SIS? Do you know that SIS? Yes, result entry system, student information system, SIS. So how do you record the carry mark and your final grades? How do you upload it, or how do you key in these carry marks and final grades into the result entry system? Yes, please answer. This is the last question. Last question for now. There will be more questions. Okay. Yes, good. Record first in Excel form. Very good. You have an Excel format and then you record it, right? Very good. There is a mass medic assessment system. Honestly speaking, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm being honest. Medic assessment system. Okay. Okay, I hope it's something. ITD portal, good. Excel form, very good. So you have, what you do first, you will create the Excel form. And then you make sure you key in all the carry marks. Let's say you have a test 1, test 2, then you have a assessment. For example, you have a group project, individual project, then you have a lab report, you have the term paper report, then you have some quizzes. Yes, Access is the most user-friendly, easier to use, exactly the point. Yeah, and then from there you do. Okay, good. Nice. I think I got all the answers. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, now let me wrap up this session. You know, I may ask you a few different questions. Yeah, I have 4 different questions. Each questions have, different sub questions, like what is your method number 1, method number 2, what is the basic thing, intermediate and advanced, what is the most important and least important. But again, here I'm here to tell you all of these questions, there is only one answer. There's a possible answer. There is a possible one-word answer to all these questions. I think you guessed it. The answer is iTa'LeEM. Professor Mira now thinking, of course, she knows all this. All these things can be coordinated through iTa'LeEM. You might be asking how to do this number 4. Yeah, the rest of the thing I understand. Yes, maybe. The thing, you don't have to carry before. You don't have to use your flash, your drive in the classroom. Yeah, you don't have to use the WhatsApp and then tell our student rep. You can even convey the message through iTa'LeEM. How do we do this? We have to create the Excel form, isn't it? How do you think the iTa'LeEM can do this? Anyway, we are coming back to that question. Let me just share with you once again this current now. All right. Now you see that this is what we are going to learn today. This is going to be the rest of the session. Yeah. Before the class, what you're supposed to do? Because all the 4 questions that I ask you currently, it goes in this. This is what I said earlier at the beginning. I just want to do this in a layman perspective, which means the perspective of an instructor, what an instructor typically need iTa'LeEM for. Not like, pro. We are not like a pro like Professor Mira. We are very simple people, yeah? So how do we do that? So I just brought this thing, what I supposed to do before the class, what I supposed to do during the class, what I supposed to do after the class. Only these 3 questions. If I answer these 3, I will be able to use iTa'LeEM properly. That's my answer. So now I'm giving you my entire 1 slide to answer this question. This is the last slide, by the way. This is the last slide. And because after this, we are getting into iTa'LeEM directly. So before the class, what I supposed to do? Posting announcements, course outline synopsis, creating attendance list, creating group selection, creating course resources, and then creating course activities. These are the things I supposed to do. In fact, at least 3 days or 1 week before I start my semester. These are the things I have to do because I need to do the preparation. Yeah, I should prepare. It's not like after I reach the class and then I prepare. It is good that I prepare before I start my first day of semester. Yeah. So these are the logos that you see will help you in iTa'LeEM to do these activities. So this is what I call managing activities: before the class, during the class, after the class. So what you do before the class: announcements, synopsis, attendance link, group selection, course resources, and then course activities. Then during the class, what you're supposed to do, when you go to the classroom, you can straight away log into your iTa'LeEM. You don't have to. Most of the classes, we have our own PC. Am I right? I think in my kuliya, alhamdulillah, we all have our own PC. I mean, every class has a PC. I hope in every class, we have a PC. We don't have to actually bring our own laptop. We can actually use the PC that we have, whereby we just go in straightly and we log in to our iTa'LeEM. During the class, we can start recording. Sorry, the R is missing. It is not recording, it is a recording. Recording attendance. Yeah. And then whatever the group selections we created before, we manage the group selections, and then teaching the course contents from iTa'LeEM. We don't have to use our pen drive. We don't have to even bring our pen drive if we open iTa'LeEM. And then we browse our teaching content using iTa'LeEM, because they can see the screen, because we have the projector. They can see the screen, even if they are, even some of us, even they are attending online for some reasons, still this thing can go. All you have to do, additionally, bring your web camera. The web camera has a audio recording, which can have a mic, actually, not recording. The mic, because nowadays every web camera has a mic. Even currently I'm using one with mic. There are 2 mics in my web camera. So now you just bring the web camera and you attach to your PC, and then it can serve even for those who are doing online. All you are going to do is actually sharing the screen. So you are going to recording the attendance, which means before the class, you don't have to bring the printed attendance sheet. Typically, we do that, yeah? Even we do that all the time. We have that. We just want people to see it. We want to see them signatures. And then teaching the course contents can be directly there. Then the most important thing, the last one during the class, is actually the engaging in class activities. So this is something very important, because most of the time, it is not that our student want to listen our lecture. In my way, I will say they don't like my charama all the time. Charama is boring. So what I have to do, I need to divide my lecture, maybe like 40 minutes. I finish my lecture, and then the remaining 40 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever the remaining time, I engage in class activities. So for that, you can see that there is something that you can do forum. Yeah, you can see here the logo of the forum. Even you can do the chat. You can do the chat. You don't have to actually use another platform, yeah, to do the chat, because the most important thing about chatting in iTa'LeEM, it's going to archive. Yeah, you can do in Telegram, you can do in WhatsApp. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, but again, there is something confidentiality. Yeah, so this is confidential all the time. And then you take the feedback from the students. There are so many other things that you can do. I will show you some sample. I have already created my own class just to show you. And then the last thing, after the class, what do we do after the class? Of course, how do we monitor whether students are actively engaging in our course or not? So after the class, you can create a system where you can monitor activity completion. Whether my student watching the video or not, whether my students scrolling the PDF or not, whether my students are answering my engagement questions, I can monitor from my iTa'LeEM. Yeah, then I can do the grading. I can create all sort of career mark assessments. In fact, even last 2 years, we've been using iTa'LeEM for final exam. In fact, you may have a final assessment. Some of you may have a final exam. We use iTa'LeEM for it. And it is quite impressive to do that. So you can grade everything in iTa'LeEM. Then the last part is what actually is going to make your life easy, which is transferring the grades into SIS. Because currently you thought, of course, we've been all doing this because, I have to get the grade for this particular assessment, and then I need to key in Excel. It's okay if you have a 15, 20, 30 students. What if you have 100 over students? Yeah. So there is a easy way to do this, which means if you can make all your assessments in iTa'LeEM and you make them submit in iTa'LeEM and then you grade them in iTa'LeEM, then you can download all the grades in Excel. You don't have to key in Excel. After you finish, you take that Excel file and you just copy and paste into SIS, the result entry system. Then it will deduct all. Even I tried once, usually I teach different sections. Yeah, the same course for the different sections. And usually I ask CPD to combine all the sections together. For example, I teach one course, section 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so if I have to manage my activities in iTa'LeEM, I have to 3 times to do 3 sections, but I don't have to do that because ITD can help me to combine all 3 sections in one, which means I use one page for all 3 sections. Then the question came to me, what am I supposed to do when I do the grading? Because for my grading, let's say I give them an assessment, I grade all the assessment. When I download, it download all together. It is not downloading section by section because the page that I'm using is a combined section, right? Then I tried myself. I just copy and paste all the grades in the Excel into SIS. You see what happened in SIS. In SIS, it choose only that relevant to that particular section. My problem solved. It shows only the names for that particular section. Then I copy paste again the Excel, the grade into another section. It only chose the relevant name and metric number. The rest it didn't choose. That made my life easier. So this is what actually I wanted to tell you. And with this note, this is going to be our this is going to be our guide today. With this, inshallah, I will be showing you what I have done in iTa'LeEM. And remember, if I can do in iTa'LeEM, you can also do. Yeah, that's what I would like to start with. Okay, now let me just start with this page. Yeah. Before I get into this page, I need some of you to join this class. So we have to do that. I can do, or Prof. Mira also can help me to do this. Yeah. So now I'm going to add participants to this, because this course is completely new course. It's only, as you see, that we have Dr. Salbri and also Prof. Mira and Sister Afzan is currently here. So I'm going to enroll users for this course so that we can create attendance, we can create group sections, we can create some assessments just for us to learn. So I need more students for this course. What you can do currently, you can just pass, you can text, you can go to the chat box and you can text your staff number, and I will be adding here immediately. Yeah. Okay. So please, I need okay. Thank you. I'll start with 8899. Okay. All right. 10588. Dr. Zakaria. 10710. Dr. Mohamed. 660. Thank you for joining. 0741. 5215. Did I miss anything? Okay, 10791. More is merrier, huh? Please tell me if I missed any number that you already texted.
Sorry, Dr. Aslam. Actually, all the staff can, if you use the link, they can actually self-enroll.
Oh, I see.
So we don't have to key in one by one. So they just use the link and then log into iTa'LeEM. All will be automatically
Okay, how
self-enroll.
do I do that? I'm so sorry. I'm not aware of this administrative part.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. So I have shared the link in the chat.
I see.
Please use the link and then you will be requested to log in, and then I don't actually put any conditions for enrollment, so you can just enroll and then you'll be automatically accepted as student.
That's great, Professor Mira. Thank you very much. I know this is what the difference between you and me. Yeah? So I have to do this one by one.
No. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So please, if you want to join, you can join. This is just a practice. Yeah. Okay, good. So let me go to the course. As you see right now, the course is, of course, but I don't see the enrolled student numbers. Yeah, it will. Oh, yes, it's there already. 15. Yeah. Okay. So this is actually quite blank. This is kosong. Yeah. So which means I kept it in kosong because we have to do one by one. But before we get into that, I just want to show you, I have created two iTa'LeEM course to share with you, to show you. One is a very typical, easy peasy way, which means that very basic level, and this is good enough for all of us to do it. It is very easy to do. It's not that difficult. Yeah. And every one of us can do this. The minimum level, yeah, which is I have created this course that you see right now, which is actually I'm teaching this course for a part-time student, part-timers. I have 15 students in this class. As you see that I have created announcements, the course outline, the attendance sheet, and then the grouping. Then I have created this according to the topic that I'm covering. Yeah. See, topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. Yeah. Topic 4 until topic 6. Then I highlighted these carry mark assessments like test 1, test 2, term paper, presentation. All right. Good. So now, as you see, this is the simple way that we can do. Yeah, it is not that difficult. But I'm going to show you something that I learned from CPD that I have also created is an advanced level. I won't say it was advanced. Can I say intermediate? Yeah, better. When Professor Mira is here, I cannot say advanced level. Yeah. So this is the intermediate level that I learned from CPD, and then I created my another course in this way. So this one will tell you how many students are here, and how many in progress, how many yet to start. Then you start with this welcoming message. Then you have this attendance, and then you have this course outline, self-grouping, activity checklist. That one place you can see how students are doing. In one place, you will see how many of them finished work or not. Then, as I said earlier, which was topics based on the topics, here I go with based on the week. This is another course I'm teaching, which is actually the Islamic economic thought. Yeah. So if you see this, you don't see any of my documents, right? You don't see my resources for all this. So I have from week 1 to 8. Of course, I'm still adding. Then you have I have assessments. Then I have resources, and the assessment part I have highlighted it. So now, if I have to show you this, I just need to click this. Then my page will open. As you see, this is my content for week 1. I hope my network is fine. All right. So as you see that I have already created my YouTube videos and additional videos for my students to watch. Then I have the PPT course outline. I'm sorry, class outline, I call it, which is actually a PowerPoint slide. Then I have the reading materials. I have more here. The most important materials, I keep it here. The good thing about this, you click on it, it will pop up. It is not downloading. It is not going to the next page. It will just pop up, and then student will directly read it according to your network speed. Yeah, of course. Okay, since I'm using this first time, so I need to do this first. Then I'm set. I'm good to go. Sorry about it. This is from the Adobe, so it takes time. Probably for the first time it takes, and then later it will be okay. All right, so as you see that this is the references that I have. Let's say I want to choose another one, then it will come immediately. Yeah. Depending on the size that you have. Yeah. So the good thing about this method, students can read immediately, and then they don't go away from the main page. And then they don't have to download and then open in another browser. They don't even need to download and keep in the folder, because everything is accessible immediately. Huh? Okay. They can even watch the video directly. They don't have to open new YouTube, or it won't take you to the YouTube. Yeah. It comes directly the video. Then you have the class engagement activities immediately for that class, because this is what I'm teaching for the 2 classes, right? Then I ask them during the classes, I click this forum and I ask them to answer these questions. Yeah, usually when we were doing the BTMC, I remember CPD asked us to answer questions. Then I thought, okay, why not we use this method to our student? Because this is something good, because others also will know what others are answering, because that is what actually forum is all about. Yeah, this is not actually question and answer. And usually we don't grade for this, but we grade based on the participation, whether students answering the questions or not. It is not whether the right answer or the wrong answer. Then if you click one by one, then you will see all the students are answering this question. So that's how you see the week 1, the content. And then your course outline, sorry, your PowerPoint, your reading materials. Let's say you want to see more, you click on this folder. Yeah. Then you will see lots and other things. You have many other these are the things that they can use when they do their term paper. So once they are good with this week 1, the good thing about this method is actually by the time you finish watching this, you will see the tick here. And every time you go through with this, there will be a tick. So it's like a completion. Once you finish with week 1, you don't have to go back to the main page. You see here week 2. Yes, go to week 2. And then start learning from the week 2. This one is a missing link in the history of economic thought. Again, I have my video here, and then the PPT, PowerPoint. Then again, the same thing, the medieval, the papers, the PDF. Immediately you can see. Then you continue with the next week. Yeah. So you can read from here. Then you go to the week 3. And so on. So you can continue this. Yeah. And the good thing about this, you can watch, you go back to the main page and you can see whether they have done all these thing or not. You go here, you check the checklist, you click on this checklist, and then this checklist will show you the progress. How many of them? These are my students' name. Yeah. These are the student name. And if they have done it, there will be a tick, green color one. If they don't do, it's not. Yeah. So in one place, one shot, you can actually watch your students' progress. That will help you how whether the students are following or not. Because now the problem with us, we are using multiple platforms for multiple things. And it is very tired. At the beginning, it's attractive. At the beginning, it's like you are quite attractive to those new things to try. But at the end of the day, you will know that it's tiring because you can't remember everything that you do. It's quite difficult. Of course, not for everyone. Of course, we have a Superman and Superwoman with us. Of course, I should not generalize it. People like me, it's very difficult to follow so many things. I need to, check my WhatsApp messages, my Telegram messages, and then my email. I need to answer some questions, and then I need to use some platform for online teaching and learning, and then here and there, so many things. With all this, it's just one. It is just one criteria among other criteria that I supposed to fulfill my duty as a lecturer here, because it is not my duty is only teaching. Do you agree with me? I need to go for research. I need to go for publication. I need to also go with some other leadership programs, professional practices. In fact, I need to bring some impactful contribution to our university. There are so many flagship projects. So if I don't make my life easy, if I don't make my life easier, then I think, I will be suffering in so many other things. Having said that, I should not also make it very, very, making easier doesn't mean that I don't care about my student. I need to be smart enough that I can care about my students. So I give them everything that they need, but the monitoring part must be easier. I think in a way, iTa'LeEM has been designed to do that. I think this is one of the examples that actually we can do. Going to the assessment again, I mentioned here there are 3 assessments that for them to do, and they can go one by one, and then they can do the assessments and they can submit. Yeah. Then I also added other resources. For example, the previous, like someone said in the chat box, we have during COVID-19, we luckily we have saved our lectures. So if it is already there, I think it is good. In fact, you can even make like this table of content one by one. So this is number 1. Then you go to number 2. You click the next one because the student can do this. So they can watch the topic and the lecture. Then they can go to the next one. They can watch the next one. So yes, there are so many. In fact, you can also make like a book. You can even make like your chapters. Yeah, you can do everything in here. So this, I don't think these 2 hours can give you everything, but I just want to tell you, it is not that difficult to do. If you know the potential, I think you will find out, because there are so many resources available how to do all these kind of things. I think you will find out. Yeah. Okay. So having said that, so this is another, I would say, intermediate level of doing, creating your course for your student. But again, I can stick with this, the typical method. Yeah, the typical method that you create attendance and grouping, and then you go with your topic number 1, put these 3 things. topic number 2, topic number 3, or week 1, week 2, or you want to go with module? No problem with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make sure that you have your career mark assessments here. Yeah, and this career mark assessment also it should be in a way that how you want to divide your career mark assessment from the beginning. Let's say you want to go with 60-40 or 70-30 or 50-50. Make sure that all 60 marks covered here. For example, in my case, let's say test 1 is let's say 10 marks, then I have 20 marks and 20 marks. So which means it somehow covers 60 marks. Yeah. And you need to make sure that you give that grade when you are creating these assessments. Once you give grade, then later when you are downloading the grade book, it is easier for you to download the Excel file. Then you can actually download it and then copy paste the Excel file into your result entry system. Then your job is done. Okay, so let us go back to our basic page. Yeah, just want to do a couple of things first according to our manual. Yeah, so this is our guide today, right? Okay, let me just, okay, this way is fine. Yeah. All right. So before the class, what we do? Of course, we post announcements, and then we create course outline synopsis. Yeah. And then we create attendance list. We can actually start with these kind of things. Yes. Okay, I hope you see my screen, am I right? Dr. Mira?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Okay.
iTa'LeEM, right?
Okay, the iTa'LeEM, and before that, I also was showing this. I hope you see both.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm sharing the right thing, sometime. Okay. Okay, if you want to start with announcement, yes, of course. And for everything before you start, make sure this is your button. Yeah. Do you see this button? Turn editing on. So this button is very, very important. You make sure that you do that, because this will create, this one will let you, add anything that you want. Right now, you will see a lot of button for editing, add an activity and resources. So usually this is your first page. The first page that you can mention that will come to your course, and then you can also copy and paste your synopsis. For example, what I did here, when I get this from yesterday from Prof. Mira, so I just pasted this picture. The picture format is like this. When I copy and paste, it was like this. I can also add some synopsis here. For example, I type whatever I type, it comes, it shows. Then it will be like this. You see this? Welcome to Islamic Economic Thought. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This course focuses on major economic ideas. So blah, blah, blah. Your synopsis can be the same way you can do in this. Right? Once you do that, you click save, then it appears immediately. All right. Okay. So now you need to know that the most important thing that you do before the class, right? So one of them, we agreed what? We agreed course outline. And what else we agreed? Attendance sheet. What else? We also agreed group selection. And then we do the course resources. So before we get into the course resources and course activities, make sure that we create this attendance link and group selection. To do that, you need to just add your activity in this main theme. There are many topics that you can create. You can create by add topics, but you already have this when you start any class. So you go here and then you add the attendance. And this is your attendance. As you see, This is attendance link, yeah? You just click on this. And then you are just creating without any setting here. You are just creating first attendance for your class. This is just creating the logo. Then you need to do something, yeah? So I go with this, save and return to course. Now I see attendance under the announcement. So now it is not complete yet, because we thought that by creating attendance it complete. No, it only created the logo. Now you need to do the setting inside the attendance. The moment you click, it asking you how to add session. Where exactly, what is your time of class? Yeah, when exactly, weekly, how many classes you have? These are the things you will answer. So what you do, add session. And you mention here, your classes are multiple session. Then you want to make it like, for example, yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's say I go for Wednesday and Monday. Yeah. So today is Wednesday. So let's say my class is 11 until 12 or 12:20. And I want to make this class repeat every single week. So what I do, I click on the multiple session and I click on repeat the session above as follows. Then I click on Monday and Wednesday. And I say every week it has to be repeated. But I need to tell the iTa'LeEM until when you want to do that. So what we're supposed to do, we should have our calendar with us. And we should know when is the last day of my class. Usually, I always post my calendar behind me. This is my screen, my wall. I always have it here. So I look here and I come to know, okay, 20 January is the last day of my class. Yeah, easy way to do, because there are so many things that we need to remember. So we paste somewhere. So 20 January is the last day, which means the attendance that I have created will go until 20 January. Here is the thing. Now, there are many ways that you want to do this attendance. Which way do you think is comfortable for you? There's one way that you open iTa'LeEM, you open attendance, and you make attendance. You make yes, no, like a typical school days. You know, when we go to school, they ask names, they call the names and everything, but most probably we don't want to do that. Then what we say, okay, allow students to record their own attendance. But again, there is a trick, yeah, because if they have to if we allow them themselves to to do this, of course they don't come to your class and they do. Am I right? But we can stop that thing to happen. We can stop that things to happen. How? We click this, the random password, and include a QR code, which means every class, the lecture has to show at the beginning of the class the QR code or the password. Those who have access to the QR code, those who know the password, which means you are going to show this in your classroom at the beginning of your class. And they will see that in the screen, and then immediately they will key in the password or the QR code, and then they will get in. So let us do something today. Okay, because we have students today, you know that. I asked them to join us. So you are the student for this class. So I'm clicking now, click on add. So as you see today, as you see now, I have classes until 18 January. So this is how you do your semester classes. So now I know that I have 15 students for this class. Mashallah, thank you for joining. But you can't enroll to this class until I show you this button. You see this? I go back again. Now I'm entering to my class. I open my iTa'LeEM. Very simple. I open my iTa'LeEM. I click on the attendance. The moment I click, this is what I see. The moment everyone will see, because you are sharing the screen, right? You are actually in your projector, you are using the projector and everybody see your screen. All you have to do, click this button. See this? Nice, beautiful button. Click on this. Then your student can see this. It's up to them. They want to take photo, use the QR code, or they want to use this random password. Can I ask you right now, can you please use this as your attendance? Let's see how it works. I want to see just how it works. I want to show you how it works. Those who already enrolled, could you please go to this page, iTa'LeEM page, and then use this password or the QR code to enroll to my class. Sorry, you have already enrolled to attend my class. Okay, I think so. I need to also close this because otherwise they can share with others. So, so what I will do, I will just open it for a while and then I will close it. Yeah. Then I will go back and I will see whether my students, they have already joined this class or not. Yes. You see, my students, I mean you, already joined, presented. Some of you are still absent, right? But some of you already presented. Maybe if I open it again, maybe you can see those who are already not present, you can still use this QR code, or I'll make it smaller. So the moment you are using this,
Aslam,
yes, please.
sorry if I may ask.
Yes, please go ahead.
So I think those who are absent, they can still pass this code to those who are. Is it?
That's a very good question, Dr. Hanan, right?
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Hanan, I would say, yeah, it is still possible. But they have to they have to put some effort to pass that message to others, right?
Yes.
So yes, of course, if they want to do that, they need to also to be accountable and answerable to,
Yes. Okay.
Usually at the beginning of my class, I always tell this, be accountable, and this is amana. So somehow we are trying to, it is not that we are opening it, but of course there will be one or two will be doing it. But again, you know this, right? Everything that people do in the dark, it will always come in light. Huh?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Aslam.
Yeah, if I can help a practical way, some practical way to
Yes.
actually address those issues, that we have more attendance rather than the students in the class, if I may
Yes.
suggest, this is what I do. So using this QR code or using the self-attendance record, they can do that within certain minutes. Like for example, just now Dr. Aslam mentioned that he gave a few minutes to do all this. And then after that, usually once you have finished, you can actually look at the record, like how many actually attended. It will automatically show how many attended, how many present, how many absent, how many, yeah. So if you scroll down, I think they will show the total. Yeah, so how many present, how many late, how many, so late, basically the person are inside, right? So present, late, and then absent. So if we can easily count how many students in the class, right? Even if it's 50, we can see how many physically. So we can compare whether the numbers of present is equal to the number of present here in the statistics. So for me, that's a simple way to see whether we have more students on, whether we have more students in iTa'LeEM, but they don't actually come physically. I think that's the most effective way to know whether this is the right number.
Prof, can I ask here? So,
Yes,
so,
please,
so in a way, you find that there are 2 or 3 students that are actually not there. So how can you fish them out? How can you identify those who have actually pointed as present, but they are not there?
For me, it's very easy from the IP address. Later on, we can actually see, because for those who are actually on campus, the IP address is very unique for IAUM. But those who are actually outside campus, the IP address will be different. Will be not the IAUM IP address. So I think that would be the one of the indications. But if usually just by highlighting that, okay, so why do we have more students in iTa'LeEM but not physically there? Usually the students will eventually, for me so far, alhamdulillah, if I get the case like that, the students that actually did that will come forward, will reach out to me and then say and apologize for that. So I don't have a hard time to identify who's not there actually. But just knowing that I will check that, alhamdulillah, so far I don't have a lot of cases that did that.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much. I just wanted to ask another question in relation to, you mentioned now the IP address, for instance, in IAUM, if they log in through the Wi-Fi of IAUM, but how about if they use their data to log in and they're inside the campus? I think you can't identify that, and then they.
Yeah, it goes back to the issues of, for me, it's in students' integrity, right? What you are actually worried is the students' integrity. Those values that Dr. Aslam mentions, that could be one of the way to prevent this from happening. If IP address doesn't really works on your course, because the students can actually practically access from everywhere, then one of maybe one of the if it's online, then one of the issues one of the way to address that would be checking how many is actually with you, and checking how many, just looking at this statistic would give a lot of insights on how many is supposed to be in your class, how many is supposed to check the attendance. Wallahu alam. But alhamdulillah, so far I don't have a lot of issues with the integrity when it comes to attendance.
I would say that, yeah, there is one way that, of course, we have to trust our student. At the same time, we need to also monitor, because tawakkul didn't come that way. You can rely on them, but again, you need to also make some effort to monitor. In my case, I tried this when I was doing this online classes. What I do actually, I just copy this the password, the random password, and then I keep it in my last slide of my day. So those who are, I know that the online classes usually, it is actually synchronous classes. So I keep that password in my last slide. So those who are actually, or maybe sometime middle of the slide, sometime at the end, sometime at the beginning, you don't give them the clue when you are going to reveal. The moment you use, because it is not that you post the password in the WhatsApp or in the chat, but you show them in the video, whereby they cannot actually copy and paste to others. So they will have only a few minutes left, whereby they need to key in that keyword, the password, and then they have to move on. So in few steps you can always take, but at the same time, you can rely on them, but again, you need to also teach them accountability and path. But I know, in fact, you would say this, this is the reason why I want to go with traditional way of attendance. I want to print and then give it to them. But there is also possibility someone may sign for somebody. We are not actually monitoring that. There must be someone who make a similar signature of someone. Even if you see some signatures as like very simple signature, like a tick. I also don't know why it is a tick. Sometimes students do that because the others also can do the tick for them. So yes, those who are actually do not follow this, they do not only exist while they do iTa'LeEM, they also exist while they do face-to-face classes. So somehow, but by the way, it is up to you, yeah, because this is an alternative way for you. If you really think it is uncomfortable, yes, you can go for it, yeah. Okay, so let's move to the next one. The next one in this main section, this is the main section, and then you have topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. In this main section, the another thing that you can do, which is actually adding the grouping, yeah. Yes, the group self-selection, as you see here, group self-selection. You can name it as a group or grouping, yeah. The date, if you want, you can give some open and ending date. Otherwise, it's fine. It's okay. But here you can mention how do you want to, I mean, how, let's say you have 40 members in your classroom, and then you have some calculation. Okay, let's say 8 groups, 5 members. Then you mention here, okay, maximum 5 members or 4 members, or minimum you want to say or not, or maybe you want to stick with either one, maximum or minimum, yeah. And then here you can mention some, so you can give some description. Let's say you want to tell, usually in my class I say, okay, make sure that the foreign students and the local students are mixed. It is not that only the local students or only the foreign students, they have to mix. So you can mention those kind of things. So this group has to be in this way, you can give. So they will know this, and then the rest all actually by default, you don't have to change much, and then you just click and save and return to the course, right? Then you click on this grouping once again. Then you will see this page where we can see our student, they have they can join. Maybe perhaps we still have our people here, students here. Can I ask you to join either any of the group? Let me just do some setting here. Yeah, let's I think we have around 10, 15. Let's make, is it okay, 3 minimum? 3 or maximum 3? Yeah, okay. So this is self. You can add yourself. Let's see how do you do that. Some of us here as a student. So you can go to your iTa'LeEM and make your own group. Or as a lecturer, you can also create your own group. Or you don't want to create yourself, you don't want student to create yourself. I just create auto create group. If I do that, it will be auto. Group member counts, let's say 3. So we have almost 15 members, right? So how many numbers of the group you want? We just put it there and submit. Then you will see that I have one group with 2 members. Then I have group A. Yes, it automatically grouped. If you want to change, no problem. Just go here, add and remove users. You want to choose this Dr. Mazlina to another group, you click add remove user. Then you can move to another group like this way. You want someone from this side to this side, or this side to this side. Any side that you want to change is also up to you. You can do auto group as well, because sometimes students, they want to go with those. There is an advantage that they want to know, they want to work with someone who knows. But again, there is also disadvantage because one is rely on another one. Then you will have a free riders. It depends on the course also. When you are teaching some UNGS courses, it is quite hard to get students that they know each other because they are coming from different universities. Sorry, not university, different kuliah. They're coming from different kuliah and they have issues knowing others. So I would suggest to go with auto grouping. If not, you can let them choose. You decide who is the monitor of the group. And then you tell, okay, I have already created the platform, the slot for grouping. You go there and then the monitor or the facilitator will assign his or her group. All right. So we have created, this is the main topic. We have created announcement, attendance, and grouping. So according to our manual, yeah, course outline is very important. I think you can just add or you can even let's say okay, for this course I would.
Assalamualaikum, Doctor.
Assalam warahmatullah. Dr. Awal, yes.
For the group is only limited to 3 members, is it?
I mean, it is up to you, right? I mean, do you want to make it 3 or 5 or 7? We have some classes, we have 10 in one.
Actually, I tried to create one. It says the maximum is 3 or something like that. It gives me one notification.
Do you mean in your iTa'LeEM or in this iTa'LeEM page?
In this one.
In this, yes, because I just put it only 3 members, yeah. Because I just now I changed the system, right?
Oh, you edited it, you put it that way. Okay. But the system will accept more than that.
Yes, system will accept it. If you have numbers, let's say you want to put 5, you can put 5.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a problem, yeah.
Thank you so much.
So let's say you want to add any file. Let's say you wanted to, because this is the main topic, right? You wanted to add the course outline. So you just go here, click file, and then you add. Or it is very easier, even you don't have to do this process. This is the old process that we click on file and then we add, we name and everything. Even now, it's very simple. All you have to do, just open any folder that you have files. Yeah, let's say I want to add this here like this. See this? Very simple. So now I call this course outline. Yeah. So every time I want to edit the name, make sure that I type and then I click enter. If I don't click enter, things will not change. See, I show again. I want to change this name of the file. I will just type course outline. Then I click enter. Then it changed. Okay, right. So now what you have created your main topic, where you have announcement, attendance, grouping, course outline. Now you are going to create what? Create, according to our manual, we are going to create the course resources and course activities. In order to do that, you will come here. First of all, you can add any number of topic you want. Currently, you have 1 topic. Let's say you want to go according to topic. You want to go according to week. You want to go according to class. You want to go according to module. It's all up to you. You are free to do that. You can click add topics. Let's say how many week that you want to. Let's say you want to go for, let's say 7 topics for now. Yeah. So you will see that there will be 7 topics. You can see the topic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you want to add, for example, like what I did earlier, week 1. Yeah. So you say week 1 and then you enter. Then this is the tab for week 1. Right. So in this week 1, what you're supposed to do? How are you going to create your courses? So let's say you want to create courses. So you want to put your slides. Then of course you can add any, for example, I'm adding this 2 here. And then for week number 2, I'm adding another 2 here. Yeah, these are the, let's say these are the course slides or presentation slide, presentation slide or PowerPoint or PDF, up to you, whatever it is. I'm just adding some samples. Yeah. Okay, I'm adding another 2 here for week 3. So this is week 2. Enter. And this is week 3. Enter. Yeah. Okay. So now I have added PDF. Like, but the thing is, when I open this, it's not opening. It's moving to the different page. Right? So I want that thing to pop up immediately on the same page. What am I supposed to do? Because when I see this, I don't see my iTa'LeEM. It looks like students will think the iTa'LeEM page has gone. So when the moment they close everything. Yeah. So if I don't want this thing to happen, if I want my file to open immediately on pop-up, then what I have to do, I go to this file directly here, edit. Yeah. See this? Edit. Click on edit setting. Yes. Now you scroll down. You see the first one, appearance. Appearance. You go there, you see the display. There are a number of options for you to do. Let's say you want this thing to be open pop-up, click pop-up. If you want to show the size and type, yes, you can click on this. It will show the size if you want them to know what size is it. For example, I click on the size, I click on the type. Sometimes it is too much, then they don't have enough data to download. So it is good to show the size. That's it. That is all okay. Click on return to course. Now you will see that with the size and the PDF name. But when you click this one, it pop-ups. Yeah, they can read from here. It's one page, but it pop-ups. But the other one, we didn't do the setting, so it will go back to the different page. Yeah, this is how you do that. Okay, now I don't want to do this like this. I want to make a folder and then I put everything in the folder. Very simple. You go to this activity, you create a folder. This one. Yeah, you create a folder and then you name the folder. What do you want to name it? Let's say reading materials. Yeah. All right. You say reading materials. It's here. Now you click on this. And then here you don't see anything, right? Because it is, of course, empty. You click edit button. Then you add as much materials that you want. So in my case, let's say I want to add, as I said earlier, you can just drag. Let's say I want to add this 4 together. All I have to do, drag it and leave it here. As you see, it's saved. I click save changes. Then you see that is here. So now go to main page. As you see, that is the reading materials in the folder. And there is also something to read immediately. So now I put here the most important materials for them to read immediately. And these materials I kept here. So in case if they want later, if they want to do some project, if they want to make their own term paper, they can use these reading materials that comes under week number 1. You can also make it better if you want to do in this way, you can move. So you see this symbol help you to move around. And then I also found another option that if you want to make these two not in the same line, you want to make it like, you know, what they call it, indent, right? Am I right? It's called indenting. Huh? You put indenting, it's very simple. You go here, you see, because let me show you currently how it looks. If I click turn editing off, it looks like I have reading material. I have another reading material, right? But if I want to tell my student these two reading material come from this folder, then all I have to do, I just click turn editing on again, once again. Yeah, I go here, I click this button, edit once again. Click edit. You see move right? Click on move right. So it's moving. The next one, go again, edit, move right. So now let me turn editing off. Then you will see this, that it looks in this way. Yeah, look nice. Yeah, okay. You can make this all thing, everything that you want in your own way. You want whatever way that you want to display, you can do that. Okay, now let's say if I want to add some videos, YouTube videos, for example, what I do, the easy way to do, let's say if I want to make the link, yeah, of course, I can go to URL. I click on URL and then I say, let's say e-learning. Yeah. And then I write here and then I paste the external URL. Now I go to any website that I want my students to see it. Let's say I have this one YouTube video is open. Yeah. So all I have to do, copy the link. I copy the link and I go back to the external link.
Or retrieve the questions that the students have actually answered in your assessment. So if you go to
video, I just played, yeah. This is Prof. Mira's video, by the way. All right. So I just go here and I save and display. Now it looks like I have added this URL. When the student, they click on it, it will take them to the video. But again, it's not embedded, right? Which means the video, it looks, yeah, the video is there, but again, it is the link. They have to click on it and then they have to watch it in a different website, in a different web page. What if we want to make this video existing in this page? Yeah, then what we have to do, very simple. This is one example for you to take the URL and ask them to make them to watch it in different website. But if you want them to stick in this iTa'LeEM, then you can do that by clicking on label. See this? Yeah. You see now? This is called label. Yeah. Click on label. All right. So here you are going to click this arrow. You see this, the arrow? Click on it. And you see the last one, this is HTML. You click on HTML and then you delete the current one. And then you go to the video, which video that you want them to see. Then you see the button share. Click on the button share. Then of course, this is the link, by the way. This is the URL link, but this is not what I want. I want the embedded. The embedded one is here. This is the embedded link. I just double click. I copy this. Double click and I copy this. Then I go back to my page. I paste here. I copy the M and I paste here. And then nothing to change. I click on save and return to course. The moment you do that, you will see immediately the video. Now you have the video in your page. When you click, it won't take you to the different page. You will stick in that page. And the video will continue.
Okay, now that's the response. I get that questions quite frequently at the end of the semester, and probably this is something that we overlook. We haven't really.
Yes. So this is how you actually can add any materials that you want. You can even add books. You can add even pages. You can add your own lecture. You can add any audio file, video file, anything in this way. This is your course content. All right. Now, if you want to add some engagement activities for this course, I mean, because this is your week and you are giving them the materials, the video to watch, and then you also want them to engage in something, then you can actually create a forum, or you can actually create a questionnaire, or you can even do the survey. You can even, there are so many other things you can do. Even you can go for the feedback that you want to ask them. Yeah. Or you want to watch, you want to start chatting with them. Yeah. Let's say, let's create chatting. Let's see how it works. Because we have our students today here with us. Name for this chat. Okay, I say training. All right. All right, I'll just click and go back. I know now we are chatting in our Zoom, right? So similarly, we can also do the chatting here. Let's see. I click on this training, and then you can also click from your page. Let's see how many of you do the chatting. Click here to enter the chat now. Then the chat box open. All right, as you see my name here, because I have initiated, I entered. So when you enter, I can also see you entering. Yes, we have Dr. Shidqiya. Yeah. Let's start with Assalamu alaikum. Oh, nice, mashallah. Thank you. Yes, you can start with this, and we can chat. We can do the chatting within iTa'LeEM. You don't have to use another platform. Of course, there are many, but the good thing about this, keeping the chat, it will be in archive. Whatever people talk about it, it will be in archive, because here you can ask questions regarding, because you know this will help us, especially it will help those students are very, very shy. Because I tell you this, every time we teach the student, sometimes even I cry for them to ask questions. Please ask questions. It doesn't. Dr. Mohamed is smiling, so probably he has the same experience. We talk about so many things. Even, you know, sometimes I crack jokes. They never laugh, you know. Do you know how I feel? I feel very bad. Maybe they don't understand. But the thing is, they understood everything. And the thing is, you know, the moment they start writing, I tell you, mashallah. I know sometimes the international students are very good in talking, but the local students are not very good in talking. But the moment they start writing their papers, mashallah, they are very good in writing. They are answering all the questions and everything. Then I ask some students, where you been? You never exist in the class. Sir, I'm very shy to, you know, talk in front of everyone, because the moment when you have a mass lecture, like 100 students, definitely they are very shy. But you open this for them, you pose the question during the class hour, they can answer your questions. Yeah. If not, what you do, you create something else. For example, you go there, you create another one, like you want to ask their feedback, how it is, or you want to create a forum. Yeah. Let us create a forum. It's interesting actually. This forum it is on actually even during the class, even after the class. Yeah, let's go to forum, click on forum, and then name it. You can say that the managing activities. Then if you have any descriptions, you can give it. Otherwise, it's okay. All this okay. We will create questions later. Yeah, just click, go back to your course page. Okay, now you click on managing activities. This is your forum, by the way. So you are going to, as a lecturer, going to create a new discussion topic. So you name the topic, for example, iTa'LeEM. And then you post here what are the questions that you want, or how do you manage your activities in iTa'LeEM. So this question will be posted. This question will be posted in your forum. So everyone can see, for example, currently, whoever enrolled in my class, you can see this question. You click here. I think simultaneously you can also do. You click here and then you answer my question. You go here, you click reply. So which means others also can see your questions, can answer, because this is used to be the forum, the blog, something that of course has been converted into a modern way of chatting, starting from Instagram, Facebook. People do that all the time, reply to reply. But this is something academic we can still do, and we don't have to use the third-party software. And this will be archived. Yeah, this will be confidential. Yeah, and you can refer back to this discussion later. In fact, everything that you do, every activity, the engagement activity, these are the activities that I'm talking during your class, managing activities. All these activities give them the hope that they can actually do well in their final exam. Do you know how? Because during the final revision week, which is going to start, as I told you, I have a calendar behind me. It's going to start from 21st January to 25th January, which means this is the time they can go back to these resources and activities and the forums and everything. They can refresh their memory. And it is good for their final exam as well. So that's why one platform for everything, I think it is possible. Yeah. So you can do training, managing activities. Okay. Finally, you want to create your assessment. Yes, of course, you can create your assessment here. For example, you can see these two tabs, right? One is activities, the other one is resources. So I hope you understood the differences very well, because the resources is what actually you have to show them, you have to give, you have to share your materials. The activities, what you make them do with that resources. So if you want to create your assignment, your quiz, yes, this is one way to create your assignment. You go there, you click on assignment, and then you name it. What is that you want to name? For example, term paper, term paper assignment. You give the description, whatever that you have. Yeah, you give them the time when they're supposed to submit and due date. In fact, the iTa'LeEM will also remind you to grade. You see the options are here. Plenty of options that, even it can show you, it can remind you the due date is here. You can even change the date according to what students are doing. Then when it comes to submission, you want to go for the file submission or online text. If it is a small reflective journal, I would prefer to read from online text. They can just type or copy paste their answers there. If it is a term paper assignment, of course, they have to submit in a Word file or in PDF. So I would say, of course, if it is one text, then it is one term paper, then one submission. The size also you can increase. Usually up to 1 GB, the iTa'LeEM can give you this access up to 1 GB that you can submit your file. This is very good. In fact, I asked my student to submit their video. During the COVID-19, they can't do the presentations. What they have done, actually, they recorded their video and then they submitted here rather than using the Google Drive. So this is our own. Okay, if it is still acceptable by Professor Mira, I don't know whether we still have a restriction in the cloud, in the size. I'm not very sure about it, but accordingly, it is possible. Yeah. Then you can also choose what kind of type they submit, what kind of type of file that they submit, because sometimes you don't want them to submit other types. For example, you want them to submit only PDF. Then you just go to documentation here. You see the document files. There are so many files you can file. You can tell this is the file I want. Sometimes you don't want them to submit PDF. You want them to submit in a document version. Then it is also possible. Yeah. So you go to expand and then you click what file you want them to submit. You click this PDF document. The moment you do that, they cannot submit any other format. If they submit, the iTa'LeEM will reject the submission. Yeah, you do that, and then that's it. Save changes. So here it mentioned .pdf, only acceptable format. Then there are submission settings, and then of course the grade is what actually here I wanted to tell you. For example, this grade, you do this grade for all those activities that you are creating, so that later, as I told you later, that you can download the Excel file and then you can keep it. You can upload it in your SIS. Yeah. So the grade you make it. How much grade you want to give? Let's say 30 marks for term paper. Yeah. So you do this, and then the rest all can be default. Yeah. And then you click on save and return to course. So now you have created an assignment, term paper assignment. As you see here, it shows that the symbol itself shows as a assignment. You want to add one more assignment, not assignment this time. You want to add a quiz. Yes, you can click on quiz. Yeah. And then you name it. For example, you can call it, not necessary the quiz has to be MCQ. Yeah, not necessary all the time it has to be MCQ. You want to name it as a test, you can do even test or test/quiz, anything. Yeah. And then you put the timing here, what time you want to open this, what time you want to close this, which means only that time they can open and close. To me, usually I give the time limit. For example, my quiz takes only 30 minutes. Let's say I open from 12 until 1. But I don't give them 1 minute. Sorry, I don't give them 1 hour. I go here, I click enable. I give them only 30 minutes, which means their quiz will be open 30 November from 12 to 1 p.m. But the moment they start doing their quiz or test, the time start counting. You see, this option is not even available in Google Form. You have to use another third-party option. Even Google Quiz also third-party. Then you need to add more third-party, what they call it, difficult time. But this one can easily monitor your time limit. As I said earlier, it's very important. You make, for example, yeah. The next one is very, very important. Attempts allowed. If you keep unlimited, then they can keep on. It is up to you. You want them to. You need to decide whether it's a formative assessment or the summative assessment. Yeah. Then you change this to 1 time only if they have to submit. Then question behavior. The layout, and also you have an option whether you want to have a new page for every question, or every 2 questions, or every 3 questions. It's up to you. The review option is something that you don't want them to see the answer immediately, or you want to see them immediately. If you do not want them to see immediately, because they have to wait until you grade, then unclick everything. Yeah, you unclick everything. So they don't get anything until everyone finish. And then after you finish grading, then only they will see it. Then you can come back to review option and you open all this, click, click, click. Whatever you unclick earlier, you click, then they can see your grade. Not only your grade, what is the wrong answer. They can see also what is the wrong and what is the right answer. Yeah, I think most probably that's all here. So you click on save and return to course. But again, we only have, okay, this must be, okay, the grade to pass cannot be greater than the maximum possible grade. Most probably the possible grade is 10, yeah? I don't know why it is 10. Any idea?
Because the one in the quiz score, if you go to the quiz edit later on, the
okay,
yeah,
okay.
Because
Yeah, I understand now. Yeah, if you change there, you can change here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you that. Yes, correct. Thank you. All right, so now we have created a quiz, yeah, but for term paper, the moment we finish the setting, we have created everything. But for the test and quiz, we haven't even started. We only created a slot. Now what we have to do, we have to click on this quiz, and then this is the page. As it says, no questions have been added yet. For students, it just shows this. So, but for us, we need to click on edit quiz, and then we need to start adding the questions.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Dr. Aslam, since that we have promised the participants we will finish by 12. So
Okay.
Thank you so much for your extensive guidance. Yes. And I believe the remaining of the steps, if I can redirect everyone to the resources that we have in iTa'LeEM, in CPD related to iTa'LeEM training. And mashallah, we have now additional resources that we can actually put into collections, which everyone can refer. It has been a very fruitful session since the morning. So please feel free to go to CPD website, and under resources, you would find a very varieties, including the one that Dr. Aslam is about to share, which is how to set up a quiz. Dr. Aslam have very thorough in terms of covering those fundamental settings. And then I believe the remaining would be just adding the questions, and you would be good to go, inshallah. All right. So before we conclude the sessions, just want to have 1 or 2 minutes, quick questions, just in case any burning questions that would get you on board with using iTa'LeEM for this semester or next semester.
Yes, please.
Any burning questions? Going once, going twice.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
I actually impressed with the one that show how to monitor the students' progress. So I am expecting if I can get a link on like how to do it step by step that I could follow.
Okay, I'll just give you quickly, because I know the time is limited. If you see your main page, go to this the first part, edit setting, the first one. Then you see the course completion. Am I right, Prof. Mira? You can stop me if I'm doing okay.
True.
This
yes.
completion. You click on course completion. It is on the top, so you can actually you can see here, you can select what are the conditions you want to make it. You want course everything is complete. If you do this, not necessary, but if you choose complete when all conditions are met, then you will see the page as you see right now, because my page already, that's the reason why you see this button, the small square, isn't it? Maybe in your iTa'LeEM, you don't see this, right? The reason you see right now is because of this setting.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. But on the same time, Dr. Asma, just in case you don't see, because now in Dr. Aslam, there are 4 numbers, right? The enrolled students completed, in progress, and yet to start. the actual default when we trigger the course using the script, it doesn't have that 4 numbers. So usually it will only have that 1 number on the left, which is number of students enrolled. Just in case you don't see this 4 number, you can actually go to the settings. If Dr. Aslam perhaps can go to the course settings, yes, please, edit settings. And then if you scroll down a bit on the course completion, yeah, completion tracking, that's right. Yeah, so you can change this to yes. So at the moment I have actually set it as yes, so that's why he can see the 4 numbers that we have just now. But if you don't have that, then this is the only thing that you should do, making sure all the numbers and all the tracking is possible.
Thank you, Prof.
My pleasure.
One last thing, Prof. Mira, if I may add, because I told them about this grading, especially the transferring the grade into SIS, right? So
Right,
it's,
yes.
so the thing that you have to do, you see, it's in grade book setup. Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. Go here, grade book setup, and you see here, this is what you can actually change into something 30 or 10. Currently we made term paper 30 marks, test quiz 10 marks. This is actually you can actually change this attendance, not necessarily then you go here, edit setting, and you change this 100 to 0. You can actually do that quickly, which means, let's say I do this, go to edit, and then I need to it's hidden, right? Yeah. Grade to pass is 0. It's not changing, Prof. Mira. This 100, there must be something, right?
Oh, you want to change the maximum grade, is it?
No need, because we don't want grade for attendance.
Oh, actually, we can do that later on when we export the attendance. We don't have to keep the score.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
very good. In that case, so once you have these grades, let's say like currently you have 30 and 10, right? So all you have to do is actually you can export. Click export, and then nicely you will see. Okay, you can unclick the attendance, and then only these 2, like currently you download. Then you will see beautifully the Excel file is downloading. Yeah. So all you have to do, open this Excel file and then copy paste the grade with your metric number and everything. You copy paste to SIS. Then the SIS will detect, and then it will store your grade, the student's grade, of course. Okay. That one last thing I want to tell.
Great,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's really, really helpful. And again, when I see how Dr. Aslam arranged the content in iTa'LeEM, it really gives me a lot of kind of a soothing feeling that alhamdulillah, people from different domains actually can benefit from the learning management systems. And I believe there are more to a lot of more to learn from Dr. Aslam, but unfortunately due to the time that we have at the moment, so we have to conclude. And we look forward for the next opportunities to have Dr. Aslam back to one of the trainings where we can see how Dr. Aslam portfolio in terms of arranging and managing activities in iTa'LeEM, inshallah. So again, let me conclude the sessions if there's no more questions, but if you still have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, or I believe Dr. Aslam would also be more than happy to assist. He's a very kind colleague, so mashallah. Thank you so much. Jazakumullah khair, Dr. Aslam. And on the same time, if you have any technical matters that you need us to assist, please reach out to the iTa'LeEM hotline, which is currently taken care by ITD, and inshallah they will be able to assist as well. So I would like again to thank the speakers, Dr. Aslam, as well as all the participants. We also have Sister Nurul actually assisting on the training, CPD training. So thank you so much, Jazakumullah khair, Sister Nurul. And may Allah bless all of us for our sincere undertakings, and may Allah ease our duties in teaching and learning. May our knowledge that we shared with the students be Zariyah that we will actually can benefits in the hereafter, inshallah. Again, Jazakumullah khair, Barakallahu fikum wa ahlikum jami'an. Let's end the sessions with tasbih kifarah and salatul as. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asri innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus solihat wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr. Again, Jazakumullah khair, everyone. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next training, inshallah. Take care. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Prof.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakallah khair.